kind of keeping them off of the offensive board?
They haven't been doing a very good job. You know, they're another scrappy team. If they out-scrap us, it'll be hard for us to win the game, bottom line. They out-scrap us. You know, watching the tape of us down there a year ago, they out-scrapped us. They just were more aggressive, and you know, they weren't afraid to foul. They just went after balls, and the little kid made a couple shots at the end that were outrageous, and we missed a bunch of layups, but they just out-scrapped us.
They're like you, and that Downey's gone really raw. You know,
they're starting young guys too.
Yeah.
They are. And they've been in 2 overtime games, and a game they've been down 14, and they won them all. The 2 overtime games and the game they were down 14, they could have easily got beat, and they won them all. They went to Alabama, and Alabama and those guys were nose to nose. So Alabama beat, obviously up 20 on us, scrapping, and us playing passive. So we play that way. It'll be a hard game.
What does that tell you about a team that can be down 14 or down repeatedly and pull it out?
Well, they've been down. You know, the Florida game, they were up, and Florida came back and went to overtime. So they're one of those kind of teams. And, you know, their little guard, Ellington, is really good. He has a football body, and he uses it that way. He really understands angles, and he's good. The other guys, Muldrow's way better. And the other guys all fit their role and do what they're supposed to. They play off Ellington, and they play off him well.
Can you guys reset, and are they ready to face this team after this loss, this last loss?
Until we get on that court and start playing, I would have thought we would have been, you know, 15-10 against Alabama. Let's get it to 21-10. That's not what happened. Just, you know, three-point shot, fade away, give up a basket, give up a layup, give up an offensive rebound. All of a sudden, it's 18-15. So I would tell you, you know, we're trying to figure it all out. And then down the stretch, we're just, again, talking it through, showing them on tape, trying to figure out when we are down the stretch, like we were against Georgia and now against Alabama, where we're getting turnover, bad shot, you can't do it. You got to come up with a good, clean look. Doesn't mean you have to make it, but you got to get a good, clean look, and we're all looking at what's the best way for us to do that.
Cal, you talked about having a brutal practice.
We didn't have
no, but why not? I guess just what was the
because I didn't think we needed it after watching the tape.
Talk about going in. I mean, are you concerned with what your team's going to give you energy level-wise compared to what they've done the last 2 times on the road in the SEC?
You know, again, it's a young team going on the road, and you're counting on freshmen, and we're expecting a lot and demanding a lot of those guys, and it's hard. And I've got to get our 2 juniors and seniors to do more. They've got to be more a big part of what we're doing at the end of these games. They're the veteran guys, 2 juniors and a senior. And so, you know, part of it is that. Let's go. What are you 3 doing when the game's on the line? What are you giving us?
What would you like to see from them specifically, Cal?
Make plays, make a block, get a ball, grab a rebound, dive on the floor, take a charge, do something. What are you doing to help us win? Or are we sitting there saying, well, let's hope one of these freshmen make a play? Which is fair to them.
What did you guys do on the road at Louisville that you haven't done at SC and that you haven't done at Georgia and Alabama?
What was the other one?
You did it at Louisville, but you didn't do it at Georgia and Alabama. You need to do it tomorrow. What worked for you on the road?
One of the things we did shot the ball well there. So, you know, we were able to create gaps and then play a little different and not have it on us. It was on the other team, and we played better. Again, I mean, we're Georgia, and this game, we had guys start games 0 for 5. First 5 shots you miss. And that wasn't just one guy, it was another guy. So now all of a sudden it's a 2-point game versus being a 12-point game. It's a different ball game. At Louisville, we made those shots.
Cal, were you surprised at your criticism of
I said South Carolina. South Carolina. Terrence.
How about the Muldrow in terms of how he's improved? And are you guys
really
slightly
impressed.
vulnerable to big guys?
Well,
big guys?
What he's doing is he's shooting jump shots. That's what it is. They're putting him in pick and rolls, and he's popping. And he's doing a heck of a job with it. So he's making, you got to guard him to the 3-point line because he'll shoot it. Now you have to figure out how we playing this, how we playing these pick and rolls, because we can't just leave him. He's also making 17-footers, so if they stretch out the court to give the little kid a chance to go, and he's at 16, 17 feet, he makes shots. But again, watching the tape last year, he did that to us last year. He made that shot in the short corner that was just an absolute dagger. So he's good. I mean, he's really, he's a presence, and the little kid's leading him and doing a heck of a job.
You talked about the older guys. Do you have anybody right now as far as a leader who'll step up and say, hey, this is unacceptable, we gotta
No.
change, we gotta be different?
No, and just take responsibility. You know, someone's got to say, okay, this is on me, or this is on all of us. It's on you and you and you. We've got a lot of guys don't want to take that responsibility, and that's part of the leadership of the team and where we need to go. We all got to look at everything. I'm telling them there were coaching things we went through that I said, if I had to do it over again, I'd have done this, or I would have done this. I'm trying to get them to say it's okay to be wrong. It's okay to screw up. It's okay. You don't have to act like you never did anything. It's always somebody else. And just understand that when we lose, you got to take responsibility. All of us, including me as a coach.
So you're getting a lot of but when you say something.
No, there's answers. There's like 3. They're giving me one. If I'm not budging, they're giving me another one, and then they give me a third one. And then their hands go up and they point at a teammate. So that's, you know, and that's a young team. I mean, again, you know, late game we have, instead of us executing, we're breaking it down. Well, why? Because you have guys on this team that at the end of every game last year, if the game was on the line, they shot it. Well, maybe the play's not for them. So they want to shoot it anyway. So they're not, well, I'm going to do this. And that's what's been happening. And but we're, you know, I like my team. And you know, we have 2 road losses that with 2 minutes to go, we had a chance to win both of them, and we just turned it over and missed shots. So, you know, now it's like, let's shore it up, let's get better, let's get our bench to help us a little bit. Our bench is, you know, we're falling off the cliff at times. I mean, it's not just, I didn't do it. It's like, uh-oh, the score's not right now. And we got to try to see what we can do. I think I'm going to try to play Jared a little bit. You know, I'm watching Jared. They played one-on-one, the guys that aren't playing much, and Jared won going away because he played harder. Well, then he should be out there. Why shouldn't he be playing? Give him a chance. So I may throw him in the game, you don't know.
Cal, sometimes you put DeAndre on the other team's point guard, but not always.